So this is By White, and this is Ziggy, Sam Squamch. I don't know this ID. Oh, excellent. Okay, so anyways, this fighting spirit, I mean, I've talked about TVT here a fair amount, how it gets decided very oftentimes early on in the game because there's just this one bridge, right?
Sergeant Apone cheered. X1000.
Check center.
Artosis, I noticed you posted an Asian BSL match that didn't involve Dark Templars ending then game in less than 7 minutes.
Yeah.
This is not the content I expect from you on your YouTube channel. I'm disappointed in you.
Sorry about that.
Cheers to a good stream.
Yeah. Thank you, Sergeant Pone. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are switching it up a little bit. I'll be having a Korean tournament there very soon. And yeah, still doing some of the Asian Championship matches. Okay, so taking a look here. Ziggy checked the center. It looks like this guy checked the center as well, by White. Looks like we have likely a factory expansion here and likely a factory expansion here. So let's take a look. It's a little bit hard to tell with the colors, but I can't do anything to switch. I can switch them to yellow, but that's it. Some bad luck on those colors, I guess. Okay, so just already looking here, right? So we have 2 depot, and this is 4 Marines.
Zulvado cheered. X300, hello Artie. Have you ever tried VR boxing? It's a workout and a video game at the same time.
I have not. I have not. Thank you, though. I do have some sort of VR machine. Okay, so I want to take a look at this actual opener here because Ziggy has cut some workers to be able to do this, right? So he's going 2 Vulture with 4 Marines. It used to be a very popular build to go 3 Marine, 2 Vulture attacks because you'd hit people while they were getting an add-on. You just have enough to kill everything they have in their natural, and that was very powerful. This looks like a modified version where he's getting the command center, like pretty quickly with it, but obviously you have to skip some Marines to have this supply.
72 cheered. X300, Artie, you should do a gym stream. Shows us how it's done.
Not likely. Not likely. Okay, so yeah, definitely putting on some aggression. Now, something I've talked about is close spawns on this map. Siege tanks rule. Riling siege tanks is super powerful. So that looks to be what By White is going for. So Ziggy's attack actually looks like it's going to be very powerful here. And honestly, it needs to get stuff done because his economy it's suffering pretty greatly, right? Like, for instance, if you watch my factory expand, most people factory expand on 19 SCVs. And then there's a slight cut in SCVs. It's like you go command center, then the factory finishes, you start a Vulture, then you start another SCV, then you make a depot. That's the normal play. So he's definitely sacrificing some of his economy here, so he definitely needs to get some damage to feel good about this. Wow. Jesus. Dude. Look at this. Like, if you get the bunker up, it's so insane because one bunker will basically out-repair the siege tank, and this gets canceled. This is huge for Ziggy. He's got his 3 depots. Look, he's already caught up in the SCV count. Man. Now, if you hadn't gone add-on here, you'll probably be okay. Like, if you go Vulture, it'll be tough, but you can, like, kind of micro against it. All right, let's take a look. So he's microing this Vulture quite well. Gets some SCVs there. The siege tank is popping. Ah, don't lose that. Ah, he loses it. Too bad. Oh, I'm surprised. I would just repair this personally. I'm surprised he's going after that. Like, we just saw him sneak his SCV in, right? So he gets a very good scout. But I feel like if you leave the 4 in here and you just repair, there is no way in hell he can save the command center. And with this type of follow-up, like, look, he's going Wraith tank behind this, and yeah. Let's see if he actually can get this before the command center goes down. Yeah. So that is the one thing here where, like, if Ziggy had changed that, that is a huge advantage. a huge advantage. Not that he doesn't have an advantage here. His command center's done. He's up 4 SCVs. Pretty damn good. All right, loses SCV in there. But now the tanks will be coming across, but he doesn't have the armory done yet. So the Wraith can actually kind of hold everything. And in fact, wow, Ziggy has already brought a tank and 3 Marines up here. He's getting siege mode, which, yeah, I think that's very good with fact port. Oh, no, you've got to sack the Marines here to get the tank away. Oh, man. Yeah, use the Wraith. You got it. All right. Now get that tank the fuck out of here. Don't lose that tank. Yeah, the 1 tank sieging is not particularly powerful. 1 tank doesn't really beat anything. It's too bad. If there was, like, slightly better decision-making here from Ziggy, this is such, like, this would be his game, honestly. Like, that initial attack did so much. And it could have forced a cancel here, and then you're just fucking light years ahead if you go Siege Wraith. What does your opponent do? What does your opponent do? So even though, like, I'm not a fan of the opening that Ziggy did, but he definitely caught him here. 3 SCVs up now to repair. Ziggy is up by 6. Siege mode is coming. Backing up. Now, normally from this, you'll go into, like, 5 Factory, which I think is a very good play. Oh, he's going Cloak first. Okay. Do we actually have... No, we don't have an Academy, so the Cloak should end up paying off. But, of course, if you get Cloak, then you need 2 to 3 Wraiths at least, or it doesn't make sense. Ooh. Yeah, honestly, just some faulty decision-making here from Ziggy. Like, leaving his tanks out in the front, and if you go 1 Factory Siege tank, with Starport, sometimes people do move up with it, but you really have to hit a critical mass where you actually wreck and stuff. Like, if you have 3 Siege tanks and you're targeting well, you can just blow shit up. But yeah, as is, I feel like he could have gone into... Oh, no. He could have gone into just 5 Factory play, right? Like, if you go fact port like he did into 5 fact play and then roll out, I think that's going to be really, really strong. Some mines and speed on the way. We should be seeing Bai start his command center. Ziggy over here on 3 fact, adding a 4th. Oh, double dropship. What the fuck? Yeah, if I ever met Ziggy on ladder, I would probably not be very happy about it. He is doing some crazy shit here. Damn, if he had 1 more unit in that, it would be so much stronger. We're going to fly around. He just went over the mines. Oh! All right, Bai cleaned that up really, really well. And now we're looking at Ziggy kind of in a contain, and he's already shown what he's up to. Wait a minute. Ziggy canceled Cloak and restarted it. Okay. Very weird. Oh. So, okay, let's take stock of what we see here. 3rd Command Center only just got started. I think that this Bai guy definitely misplayed this. Like, as his 4th factory is finished, 100% he had the money to get the Command Center going. And I think you should, too. Like, he had a light containment on. But he's got, like, look at this. This contain is insane. In fact, he's got enough to break that. It looks like he's about to. 3rd base coming over for Ziggy. If he can hold everything, maybe he'll be all right because he already has dropships. But the map is getting pretty choked, so... was a nice break. Yeah, you may as well try to finish. Sometimes you see people do this. Like, this happens a lot with very good Korean Terrans, where, like, he just moved up some tanks and re-sieged. There's fucking 3 units here. You can literally unsiege everything and go kill him right now. Like, just walk in, you blow up these 2 tanks in Pung Pung mode, and then you siege, and the game is over. I mean, Ziggy's third, much quicker. Good SCV count still, just got a massive contain off on him, so it's pretty bad. I feel like here from Ziggy, you gotta go, like, mass dropship and just kind of, oh man, just kind of, like, move out onto the map more. Start taking locations, just like refugee Terran type of play. Alright, well, he kind of sets up his own contain, but it's not big enough. Alright, so it looks like that's about it. An interesting game, though. Interesting game. Like, seriously, changing a couple things here, this could have been a victory for Ziggy, for sure. Again, I think unloading the bunker and chasing the tank was the biggest mistake. That kind of, like, that could have, seriously. Like, if you force the cancel on that command center, when he's leaving it there, like, honestly, when shit like that happens to me, I look at him making a tank, I'll just cancel the fucking command like it's StarCraft 2, where you make it in the main base. You're not going to be able to save it. All right, we'll jump into game 2. All right, so here's Ziggy here. Here's Bai. Positionally speaking, I think I like Ziggy's a little bit better. You have your third base has the high ground facing your opponent, right? So it's like a very easy spot of defense for a big macro game. But, you know, Ziggy mentioned that he just kind of did some crazy shit to try to get ahead here. So we'll see what he does this game. I think Bai will probably open pretty safely here after looking at that first game. Probably Vulture first. Yeah, there's the Vulture. So let's take a look. Oh, okay. So Ziggy's going 1 base here. It's Marine tank. He puts the 3 Marines on high ground. Kind of an interesting choice to put them here as opposed to here. Sometimes people send a Vulture across, right? And if you assume, like, there's mind games involved in where you place the Marines. Like, if they're a dummy sending the Vulture across, you can place them here, because that's, like, the natural route, and catch them, but then maybe he put them here because this is a smart player, so he'll go up the side. Like, oftentimes when I'm playing, if I'm doing something like this, I'm not sure, I might go up the side. Alright, so tank plus siege plus wraith. Very old school opener here. Wow, the Vulture gets a full scout, though. He sees absolutely everything. And his own starport being made. Okay. Made a full wall. And getting siege. It seems like he should just be safe. This is too bad. So this is a pretty terrible position for Ziggy since he doesn't have the command center. Like, Bai is already up, what is this, 6 workers, and there's a contain of equal number of tanks, and they both have Wraith. So it's like, there's just no way in which Ziggy's ahead. In fact, Cloak is going to be first here for Bai. Oof. I think the Vulture getting in made this very, very easy for Bai to just counter everything super hard. All right, so this is actually really interesting what we're seeing here from Ziggy. I can tell, watching these, that I would absolutely hate to play Ziggy on the ladder. Because this is like, he's like, okay, well, the 1 base attack didn't work. And he's literally making a turret ring around, and I think what we'll see is just a rally of siege tanks and siege him, just like, this is your problem. Some fancy micro on both sides of those wraiths. So Ziggy getting cloaked now as well. Okay, let's take a look. So it's still one fact, second port coming up. I don't mind that, actually. One fact tank, two port. I think Ziggy's giving himself, like, the best opportunity for this tough situation. Second port is up for buy as well. Okay. Really interesting to do against turret tank. But look at the SCV counts, right? 56 to 39. That is pretty brutal right there. And look at that third base for Ziggy. I like it. Right in their face. Well, if you lose this position, you lose the game, basically, anyways, so it makes sense. I think it might have been smart to make a Valkyrie at this point for either side. Wow. Very good micro from this buy guy. Oof. All right, fair attempt from Ziggy. Tough opponent. Big thanks to Ziggy for giving us those replays. Definitely a very aggressive style to be bringing out in the qualifiers. Aggressive plays, I think, are very good in tournament type formats, though. People are under more stress and stuff, so you can really, like, force more mistakes. It's actually, like, a funny thing. You know, we talk in the non-Korean scene a lot about, like, if you're better than your opponent, just out macro them, like, play the longer game. But in the Korean scene, something that we see very regularly is, like, for instance, if a foreigner plays a Korean in Korea in a tournament, the Korean almost always will cheese. They'll almost always just attack you right away. And I think that's because there's a lot of stress going on, right? So you just kind of fucking out-control them, and during stress, it's really hard to defend things.